Today I'll be showing you guys how to set up a MetaHuman character rig within Houdini using the MetaHuman character rig asset that you get from Houdini. Well, you get within Houdini 21, and if you downloaded I want to say it's the plugin for Unreal, which is Unreal to or MetaHumans to Houdini or something along those lines. You want to have that downloaded and have that installed. But once you have that whole entire process set up and you're able to get your MetaHuman inside of Houdini, you can then follow this guide to get you up and going for animating in Houdini. Um, as of for right now, there is a node for setting up a rig within Houdini. However, I found with the MetaHuman rig, for some reason, I'm having a lot of issues using the auto rig builder, especially when it comes to IK. I'm able to get it to work with the hands, but when you get down to the legs, it gets a little funky. Hopefully that's fixed in the future, or I am able to figure out what is the issue. If there is an issue on my side, I will do an update video and show you how to do it using the auto rig builder. But as of for now, um, here's the workaround. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. And that's going to come up with an error. Okay, as you can see, using the MetaHuman character rig asset node, you get your MetaHuman. You get your MetaHuman in a base FK setup for your MetaHuman. So you can get started and start animating inside of Houdini almost immediately. However, you can see it's not really an optimal rig, nor a traditional one, but it is something to get you started. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the actual control rig for this character. Or for any character, because the process is procedural and it's using tags. So it can work with any MetaHuman that you pump into here. Okay, and so if we dive into here, there is a crucial step. If you want to know how to unlock this asset, you just want to click here, then go to assets, and then unlock asset, and then you should see it right here. And boom, you can unlock it. But the first thing you want to do is dive into here, and this is very important. You want to dive into here and go to the L leg and R leg and remove the ball, the ball, the name ball R and name ball L from the selection. This is going to, using the R leg and L leg tag, it's going to create a pole vector from the selected. And for some reason, I found that having the ball within this list, the pole vector would be like directly behind it. So I don't know what that error is. I know within the auto rig builder, you don't have that issue. However, you have onslaught of other issues within the auto rig builder to make, in which once this loads, you will see. Okay, that took quite a minute. But here you can see over in the build, you can see all I've added was the root, which is this. Just click and drag that onto the root bone right here. Just click and drag that over, and then you will have this. Okay, so once that's done, you want to build upon that and add your IK setup. There shouldn't be much work to this. And you want to use that using the auto rig component. Okay, as you can see, the IK is set up. I don't know why this is, oh, I think I moved this and it stored my last position. Okay, so I think over here, you want to use the tags. So you want to say anything arm and anything leg, and it will create the IK setup using those tags. The arm and leg IK, as I showed you before, is already set up within the MetaHuman character rig. You're just removing the ball bone down here so that you can get a proper setup for the pullbacks. Okay, then after that, you want to add the reverse foot. In which I really haven't seen anything. This works proper. This is just covering the bases, but it's pretty much working already. And that's before using the reverse foot. So this may not be, you may not have to, but just to cover the bases, this is what I did. And then you see the segment says anything foot using the tags, driver root. Okay, and then you want to add the IKFK blend. And all of this is using the auto rig component. You want to swap through the components using the component source. So again, I'm gonna go back over. See the multi IK right here, and that's how you do the IK setup. And then the reverse foot is the same thing. Switch the component source to reverse foot, and you should be good. Same thing for the IKFK blend. This will give you the actual parameters to switch in between IK and FK. And then once you have that set up, now you have the rig set up. However, it still needs to look like the traditional rig, and so you then come down here to the configure controls, and this is how you actually create the actual geo for the control rig. So within this is also operating off of the tags as well. You can see now you have a more conventional rig. Within here, I said anything is fine, is circle wires. That is the shape that you're using, circle wires. There is a multitude of options for this, and a variety of options for this. Box wires, that's what this is. You can use the sphere geo over here. And as you can see, you will then go through and using the tags, I've basically said anything arm, you use circle wires, and the hand R for the hand R FK is circle wires. And then anything thigh, basically just setting up the look for the rig. So there you have it. That's how you set up your rig. And then you want to come down here to the config controls, the second one. I like to split the two up for the shapes on the first half and then the color on the second half, um, just to keep it clean. Um, that's pretty much it, because you can see adding 5 onto that is like, say, like 15 or 17 options. And so it can get a bit messy going back through. But once it's done, you will have your MetaHuman rigged, and you can then go on and add this to your animations. Okay, there's one thing I forgot, and I remembered it once I was using the rig. Um, it is very slow processing due to the auto rig builder. The process for actually moving the rig is very slow. So what you want to do is set up a name for your character using Apex Scene add character, and all this does is add a character name to your character. And so once you import it within a scene, you will be able to separate it from other characters within the scene. And so once you have things like a ragdoll rig set up for your character, it helps keep that clean, and you're able to track it easily once you're in the actual scene animate using the selection sets. It makes it a lot easier if it just has a name. So you want to do this for every character. Once you get done rigging them, add a scene add character and add a name for that character. Okay. As you can see, once that is done, you don't see the rig anymore, but however, once you go into the scene add animate, no, I said that wrong. The Apex scene animate, then you will see your rig again. But you want to come down here to the file cache, and we're going to wait for this to load. Yes, it does get, um, it does move kind of slow around here, so I'm going to skip and meet with you guys again once this thing has loaded. Okay, as you can see over here, basically find a folder within your setup that you would like to save your character out to, and then the name of the character. Well, that's what I like to do. Put the name as the base name, so when you drag it in, it will just say metahuman.bgo or whatever the character name. It will be a BGO file. And the good thing about Houdini is you can then bring in said BGO file. Let's see if I can just copy that and bring that in. See if once you brought in your MetaHuman using the BGO file that you just saved, now you can go into the Apex scene animate and start animating. Now you can see if I take the arm, select it, and move it around. You can see animate. Um, And there, you have your rig set up fully. Alrighty. Uh, yeah, and you can see you have the IK FK blend, you have the Polvex, you have the face rig. It's basically ready to go. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys had a great time and have learned something from this. Hopefully, within the future, the auto rig builder is better for metahumans, but for right now, you can use this setup to get you going within Houdini and animating. Hope you guys have a great time or have a great day, and I will see you in a later video.